Man, the Xbox showcase was actually super solid. In fact, the general census online seems to agree with me. It appears fans were extremely happy. That being said, I think there was 3 highlights that truly made this showcase stand out. And I wanted to do a video discussing what those 3 things were. So without further ado, let's just kick things off with number 3 on the list. That's right, inXile finally announced their new game, a Clockwork Revolution, a steampunk first-person action-adventure game with time-bending combat. Now, while I know a majority of this reveal was just CGI, we did get small portions of gameplay, and there was enough there that I feel like I already know what the vibe and atmosphere of this game is going to be, which is very impressive for a reveal trailer for a new IP. I cannot wait to see what inXile does with this already interesting looking world. After all, I've always enjoyed how they were able to mix humor in a serious setting like they did in Wasteland 3. So I'm very intrigued to see what they have in store for us in a steampunk utopia. This is truly an amazing team that develops interesting worlds filled to the brim with rich lore and exciting deep RPG mechanics. So this game is definitely going to be on my radar, and I look forward to hearing more about it. Honestly, this game announcement is just another example of how Xbox is willing to let their development teams experiment and try new things. After all, inXile is more known for their CRPG type of games, so to go from that genre to this is a totally different change of pace, and it's just another example how the teams at Xbox are able to expand their wings and try new things. However, before I go on and just fanboy over inXile, let's just move on to the second thing on the list. That's right, we finally got actual gameplay of Avowed. Now I know this game was announced a while ago, however this is the first time we're truly getting to see what the game's actually going to be like. And man, was I impressed. From the melee combat to the gunplay, to even the way the spells and magic worked in the game just looks like something that's right up my alley. Even the graphic style, it just truly sets it apart. While I know there's a split online about the art style the game picked, I think it just makes it more interesting. When the game was first revealed, everyone was just saying this was going to be Obsidian's take on Skyrim. However, after seeing this new gameplay footage and how the game actually looks, I'm happy to say that's not the case. This game will definitely have its own identity and flair, which makes it even more incredible. After all, Obsidian is truly an amazing development team that often brings fresh ideas and interesting worlds to life. In fact, Avowed is set in the Pillars of Eternity world of Aurora. So I'm very pleased to see that this does not look like an Elder Scrolls clone and actually looks like a game that will be ripping at the seams with the magic that Obsidian Entertainment brings to the table. However, before I go on and on about one of my most hyped games from this showcase, let's just move on to the overall number 1 thing on the list. That's right, the thing that made this showcase truly epic was how diverse the lineup was. Are you into racing games? They got you covered with Forza. However, maybe cars is not your thing. Well, you could take to the skies with Microsoft's Flight Simulator. Or maybe simulation games overall are not what you're looking for, and you just want to get lost in a fantasy world. Well, luckily for you, they showed Fable and Avowed. However, maybe those games are just too cartoony. Well, check out Starfield. That's a little bit of that more realistic setting. But perhaps it's just not dark enough and you want something very dark, very brutal, and gritty. They got you covered once again with Hellblade 2. Heck, even Towerborn looked like an awesome beat 'em up type of thing. The roadmap of Xbox was just so diverse and incredible. And honestly, it really does seem like there should be at least one game that any fan has something to be excited about going forward. Overall, I think they just knocked it out of the park and got a home run with this one. And I personally look forward to learning more about all these great looking games. And I can't wait to get my hands on some of these and play them in the future. Now, while I know this showcase was one of the best they've ever had, or at least the best in recent years, no showcase is perfect. So if you want to see a more negative take on this, I do have a separate video on the channel where I go over the 3 most disappointing things in the showcase. But I want to hear what you all think. What do you guys think was the highlight of the show? What would you rate the showcase overall? I personally believe it was a solid 8 out of 10, which is really high for me because most of the time I just straight up get bored during these gaming conferences and zone out. So let me know your overall thoughts in the comments down below. By the way, if you made it this far and did enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like. Also, if you are new, please consider subscribing. As for me, I got a ton of work to do, so I'm gonna get back to the grind and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.